So far we have understood the definitions, different terminology like random experiment, event, exhaustive cases, mutually exclusive cases, equally likely cases, independent, dependent cases. Now, we will look at the defining probability. So, probability of an event E we denote it to represent event, is always defined as favorable cases by exhaustive cases. Exhaustive cases means all possible outcomes of a random experiment. Sometimes we also denote this as sample space. So, number of elements in the sample space is nothing but our exhaustive cases. So, it is simple definition, favorable cases to exhaustive cases, that is probability of an event. Let us consider an example. A positive integer is selected at random and is divided by 7. What is the probability that the remainder is 1? So, a positive integer is selected at random and is divided by 7. What is the probability that the remainder is 1? So, if you are looking at any positive integer when divided by 7, what are the possibilities for the remainder? The remainder can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why? Because you are dividing it by 7, any integer less than 7 would be the remainder. So, the possibilities are 6 possibilities are there, 7 possibilities are there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Among these 7 possibilities, you are interested in the event of getting the remainder as 1. Among these 7 possibilities, how many are in favor, how many are supporting your event? There is only 1. Therefore, favorable cases are 1, exhaustive cases are 7, probability of the event of getting a remainder 1 when an integer divided by 7 is going to be 1 over 7, 1 by 7. Another situation, a committee of 4 is formed from among 4 girls and 5 boys. What is the probability that the committee will have number of boys less than number of girls? So, you have available number is 4 girls and 5 boys and you are supposed to form a committee of 4. So, if you are interested in forming a committee of 4, you are looking at the combination that the committee will have number of boys less than number of girls. So, if boys should be less than girls, what are the possibilities that we have? Because you are forming a committee of 4, you can have 1 boy, 3 girls, you can have 0 boys, 4 girls. Are you able to understand? You can't have 2 boys, 2 girls, because the situation you are interested in is boys should be less than, strictly less than girls. Therefore, the possibilities are 1 boy, 3 girls or 0 boys, 4 girls. Now, let us see in how many ways can I achieve this 1 boy, 3 girls and 0 boys, 4 girls. So, among how many boys? I have 5 boys, I will have to select 1 boy. In how many ways can I do it? 5C1. Among 4 girls, I will have to select 3 girls. In how many ways can I do it? 4C3. Therefore, possible ways for 1 boy 3 girls is going to be 5C1 into 4C3, which is nothing but 5 into 4 20 ways. And for the combination of 0 boys 4 girls, what are the possibilities I have? Again 5C0 into 4C4, which is 1. Therefore, total how many ways? Is it 20 plus 1 or 20 into 1? It has to be 20 into 1 because these are the possibilities 1 boy 3 girls or 0 boys 4 girls. Since or is there, it has to be 20 plus 1. So, favorable cases are 21, and then out of what are the exhaustive cases? From the total 9 members, you need to select 4 members. In how many ways can you do this? 9C4. Therefore, your exhaustive cases will be 9C4, which is going to be the simplification of that number, and then finally, your probability of the event of selecting boys, a committee of 4 in which boys are less than girls will be 21 by 9 into 7 into 2, that is the simplification. It is going to give you the answer 1 over 6 or 1 by 6. So, this is how we go about in solving the probability problems. Any probability problem you want to solve, how do you go about? You will have to identify the exhaustive cases, and from the exhaustive cases you are going to identify the favorable cases for your particular event. So, if your event, you define your event very clearly. If your event is say number of committee of 4 in which boys are less than girls, that is the event you are interested in. Or in the previous case which we have seen, when you are dividing an integer, by 7, what is the remainder? You are interested in the case of the remainder being 1. So, in which case the event is getting a remainder 1 when you are dividing the number by 7. So, you clearly identify your event, you describe your event. For that description, you identify what are the favorable cases and what are the exhaustive cases, and then the ratio favorable cases to exhaustive cases will give us the probability. So, whenever you are trying to understand probability theory, there are simple rules that probability of any event cannot exceed 1. That means, it is a value which has to be positive and it is bounded, it has to be less than 1. So, one simple rule which we should remember is probability of any event always lies between 0 and 1. So, it has to be more than 0, it has to be 0 or more than 0, and strictly it has to be less than or equal to 1. Those are the limits for the probability of an event. Now, if you are looking at E as an event, you know how to compute probability of an event E. Now, you are looking at the situation where you are interested in the reciprocal or the transpose of the event, not E. You denote it as probability of E bar, or sometimes the notation that is used is probability of E complement. So, you know the probability of an event E, say it is equal to P, and you are interested in computing the probability of E complement, then it is always going to be equal to 1 minus P. So, these are certain simple tools, simple techniques which you should remember, and these will help us, guide us in solving the probability problems. So, one simple thing is you should always remember, describe, understand the event. For that event, try to locate the favorable cases, try to locate the exhaustive cases. Then after that, never in any situation, no situation you can arrive at an answer where probability is negative. It is just not possible. So, if you are arriving at such observed answers, you will have to check your calculations, because probability is bounded between 0 and 1. So, if P is the probability of the occurrence of an event E, then the occurrence of its complementary event is always going to be equal to 1 minus P. Then there is a simple technique in the problems. If you are going to observe the word or, then if you have events E1 or E2, then if you are looking at the occurrence of the joint event E1 or E2, then you should always remember it is nothing but the sum of the events. We denote it as E1 union E2, and it is going to be probability of E1 plus probability of E2, and of course, probability of E1 intersection E2. So, this is how you should remember. Probability of an event is going to be probability of E1 union E2, which is probability of E1 plus E2. Why am I using the word or? If it appears, you should remember in numeric problems you are going to add, and if the word and appears, you are looking at the situation E1 and E2, it is always going to be product. In fact, we are going to denote this as probability of E1 intersection E2, and is intersection, or is union. This is what, these are the simple things. If you remember, you will be able to do all your probability problems with utmost ease. So, probability of E1 intersection E2, if you are looking at, it is going to be equal to probability of E1, and then having known the knowledge of probability of E1, it is probability of E2 given E1. So, this is how you are going to find out. If E2 and E1 are independent, this simply becomes probability of E1 multiplied by probability of E2. So, these are the two little things that you should remember. One is probability of E1 union, that is or E2, and then the other thing is E1 and E2, that is E1 intersection E2. With these little formulas and then these little knowledge, you will be able to solve all the problems in probability. So, now let us go into some of the examples wherein I will be covering the previous topics also, that is combinations, permutations, and some of the probability theory. So, the value of 75 P2, what is it equal to? Simply 75 factorial divided by 75 minus 2 factorial. If you simplify it, it is going to be some number, of course, 75 into 74. So, 5550. In how many ways can the letters of the word apple, APPLE, be arranged? I will repeat. In how many ways can the letters of the word APPLE be arranged? So, how can you go about? What is the word you will have to understand here? Arranged. Arrangements you are looking at. So, what is the thing? It is an application of permutations. So, how do you, then what is the next thing you should remember? In the letters of the word, how many letters are there? 5 letters. In this 5 letters, 2 letters are alike. So, what would be the possible arrangements? You can apply the technique formula that we have discussed, n factorial by p factorial into q factorial, is not it? So, here n is number of letters, 5 you have, and then divided by 2 factorial, because 2 things are alike. So, 5 factorial by 2 factorial, and then remaining are all of different types, whether you write 1 factorial or you do not write, it does not matter. So, what is the solution now? The word APPLE contains 5 letters, therefore, required number of arrangements in which you can make is 5 factorial by 2 factorial, which is, if you simplify, how do you simplify? 5 into 4 into 3 is going to be 60. Okay. Now, let me go into next problem. How many different ways can the letter of the word O, P, T, I, C, A, L, optical, be arranged so that vowels always come together? So, I will repeat the problem. In how many different ways can the letters of the word optical be arranged so that the vowels always come together? So, what problem is this? A permutation, combination, or what is it? Now, again you will have to observe the word arranged. You are interested in arrangements. So, it is a problem of permutations. Now, next, what is that you should see? Observe the letters in the word. Are there any common letters? Now, he is asking us for a particular case, the vowels always come together. So, among these letters O, P, T, I, C, A, L, what are the vowels? I hope you all know what are the vowels. A, E, I, O, U are known as vowels. So, in this particular word, how many do we have? A, I, O, these are the 3 we have. So, now removing these 3, what are the remaining letters that you have? P, T, C, L. So, now how is that you are going to do? All the vowels, since you want them to come together, you treat them as one single identity. Then remaining all you look at the combinations. So, how do you go about in finding out this solution? So, the word O, P, T, I, C, A, L contains 7 different letters. Among these vowels are O, I, A. If they are to be together, you suppose that it is one letter. Then we have to arrange the letters P, T, C, L and then the single as a single letter O, I, A. So, that is how you are going to arrange. So, I hope you got the answer by now. What is the answer? 5 letters can be arranged in 5 ways, that is 120. Now, look at the 3 set you have made O, I, A. These 3 can be arranged among themselves in 3 factorial ways, that is 6. Therefore, what is the required number of arrangements? 120 into 6, which is 720. Should you get a doubt, is it 120 into 6 or 120 plus 6? 120 into 6 avala lekapothe 120 plus 6 avala. So, మీరు రీడింగ్ వర్డింగ్స్ కేర్ఫుల్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేసినట్టయితే మీకు ఆ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ అసలు రానే రాదు. మనం వీఆర్ లుకింగ్ అట్ ది కాంబినేషన్ వేర్ వీ వాంట్ ద లెటర్స్ అదర్ దాన్ ఓవల్స్ అండ్ దెన్ ఓవల్స్ యాజ్ వన్ ఐడెంటిటీ and vowels as one identity or one letter be arranged. And is the word. So, it has to be 120 into 6, 720 is the answer. Now, let me take you to another example. How many different ways? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes?
Hello?
చెప్పండమ్మా.
హలో మ్యామ్, అరేంజ్మెంట్స్ లో రిపిటేషన్ వస్తే n ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ బై p ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ టు q ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ కదా మ్యామ్.
అవునండి.
సెలక్షన్స్ లో రిపిటేషన్ వస్తే ఎలా మ్యామ్?
సెలక్షన్స్ లో
రిపిటేషన్ వస్తే ఫార్ములా ఏంటి మ్యామ్?
ఓకే అమ్మా, మీరు పర్మిటేషన్కి వచ్చినప్పుడు మనకి అక్కడ రెపిటేషన్స్ అనేది ఎందుకు ఇంపార్టెంట్ అవుతుందంటే, మీరు ఏబి రాసారా బిఏ రాసారా అన్నది ఇట్ మ్యాటర్స్. ఓకే, అర్థమైందా? బట్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు కాంబినేషన్, ఏబి ఈజ్ సేమ్ యాజ్ బిఏ. So, there is nothing like repetitions. Repetitions does not matter in when it comes to combinations, right? Yeah. Now, let us go into this problem. In how many different ways can the letters of the word dental, that is D-E-T-A-I-L, be arranged in such a way that the vowels occupy only odd positions? I will repeat the problem. In how many ways can the letters of the word D-E-T-A-I-L be arranged in such a way that the vowels occupy only the odd positions? Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Hello, namaskaram madam.
చెప్పండి.
మేడం ఈ ఫార్ములాస్ ఇస్తున్నా కదా, అది కొంచెం స్లోగా అంటే నోట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది.
ఓకే,
కొంచెం స్లోగా మేము టీవీలో పిక్చర్ కొంచెం స్లోగా రివ్యూ చేస్తే మేము నోట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఈజీగా ఉంటుందండి.
ఓకే, షూర్.
ఓకే మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
So, in how many different ways can the letters of the word D-E-T-A-I-L be arranged in such a way that vowels occupy only odd positions? So, how do you go about in solving this problem? ఇక్కడ ఈ లెటర్లో ఈ వర్డ్లో ఎన్ని లెటర్స్ ఉన్నాయండి? మనకి 6 లెటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. D-E-T-A-I-L 6 లెటర్స్ కూడా మనకి పొజిషన్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎందుకంటే ద క్వశ్చన్ సేస్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఏ వే దట్ ది వోవెల్స్ ఆక్యుపై ఆడ్ పొజిషన్స్ అన్నాడు. కాబట్టి ఈచ్ లెటర్కి ఒక్కొక్క పొజిషన్ ఇచ్చామనుకోండి, 6 పొజిషన్స్ ఉంటాయి మనకి. మనం వీటిని 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 అని మార్క్ చేసుకున్నట్టయితే ఇప్పుడు వీటిలలో ఆడ్ పొజిషన్స్ ఏంటి? మనకి 3 వోవెల్స్ కెన్ బి ప్లేస్డ్ అట్ ది 1, 3 or 5. సో ఈ 3 పొజిషన్స్కి 3 వోవెల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఎందుకంటే వోవెల్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఆడ్ ప్లేసెస్లోనే రావాలి. అది మనకి ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం. సో 3p3 is how much? We have just seen 3p3 is nothing but 3 factorial. 3 factorial అంటే 3 into 2, 6. So, there are 6 letters in the given word. ఆ 6 లెటర్స్కి 6 పొజిషన్స్ కనుక మనం అనుకున్నట్టయితే 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. ఈ 6 పొజిషన్స్లో ఆడ్ పొజిషన్స్ విల్ బి 1, 3, 5 అండ్ దే విల్ హ్యావ్ టు బి ఆక్యుపైడ్ బై 3 వోవెల్స్. సో వోవెల్స్కి మాత్రం ఎన్ని వేస్ ఉన్నాయండి? 3p3, దట్ ఈస్ 3 factorial, 6 ways. Similarly, we are left with 3 other words now, consonants. These 3 can occupy what positions now? We are left with 2, 4, 6 places. Again this can be done in how many ways? 3 factorial, that is 6 ways. Therefore, total number of ways will be 6 into 6, 36. So, is the problem clear? You have a word which has got 6 letters. So, try to locate 6 letters with 6 positions. Hello? Hello? చెప్పండమ్మా.
అదే ఇందాక చెప్పారుగా మేడం, ఆప్టికల్ ప్రాబ్లం చెప్పారు చూడండి.
ఏ ప్రాబ్లం అండి?
ఆప్టికల్ ప్రాబ్లం మేడం, ఇందాక చెప్పారు.
ఆప్టికల్
అందులో 4 లెటర్స్గా మేడం.
ఏంటండి?
డిఫరెంట్ లెటర్స్ ఏవో తీసేస్తే మిగతా లెటర్స్ 4 కదండి. 5 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ చూడండి మేడం.
1 minute. ఆప్టికల్ ఏమైందండి?
అదే మేడం 5 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ చూడండి మేడం.
PTCL మిగిలాయి మనకి. PTCL 4 ఓవెల్స్ అన్నీ ఒక వర్డ్ అవుతుంది కదండి, ఒక లెటర్ కింద ట్రీట్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా. 4 ఇది 1, 5 అవుతాయి మనకి అక్కడ. ఓకే,
ఒకసారి చెప్పండి.
యా. సో నౌ లెట్ us look at this problem. సో 6 పొజిషన్స్, మనము 6 లెటర్స్ని 6 పొజిషన్స్ తీసుకున్నట్టయితే 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. దాంట్లో ఆడ్ నెంబర్ పొజిషన్స్ ఆర్ 3. For 3 vowels, odd number positions will be 3 factorial, and for consonants again you have 3 positions, another 3. So, total is 6 into 6, 36 ways. Now, let me take you to another example. In how many ways can a group of 5 men and 2 women be made out of a total of 7 men and 3 women? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yes?
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
మీ వాయిస్ మీ టీవీ వాల్యూమ్ కొంచెం తగ్గించుకుంటే నాకు క్లారిటీ ఉంటుందండి.
Hello?
చెప్పండి.
Hello, ma'am. హలో మ్యామ్, యాపిల్ క్వశ్చన్ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేస్తారా?
ఏ క్వశ్చను?
యాపిల్ అరేంజ్మెంట్స్.
మీరు టీవీ వాల్యూమ్ టోటల్గా తగ్గిస్తే నాకు మీ వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుంది. హలో, నాకు మీ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదండి. ఎవరైనా క్వశ్చన్ అడగదలుచుకుంటే దయచేసి మీరు టీవీ వాల్యూమ్ తగ్గించుకుంటే అప్పుడు మీ వాయిస్ మాకు వినిపిస్తుంది. ప్లీజ్ డూ దిస్. సో లెట్ మీ టేక్ యూ టు అనదర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఇన్ హౌ మెనీ వేస్ కెన్ ఏ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ 5 men and 2 women be made out of a total of 7 men and 3 women? So now try to do this. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి మీరు గమనించాల్సింది? ఇన్ హౌ మెనీ వేస్ కెన్ ఏ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ 5 men and 2 women be made? Is this an arrangement problem or a selection problem? First of all, observe that. Then out of total 7 men, you will have to select 5 men, and 3 women you will have to select 2 women. So how can you go about? What is the solution now? Very simple. 5 men out of 7 can be chosen in 7C5 ways. 7C5 is same as 7C2. I want you all to make a note of this formula. 7C5 is same as 7C5 minus 2. 7 minus 5 అంటే this is same as 7C2. in general మీరు రాయాలంటే NCR is same as NCN minus R. అంటే మనకి ఇచ్చిన న్యూమరిక్ ప్రాబ్లంలో ఎలా తీసుకుంటే సింప్లిఫైడ్గా ఉంటుందో దాన్ని బట్టి మనం తీసుకోవచ్చండి. సో ఇక్కడ 7C5 ఈక్వల్ టు 7C2. And similarly 2 out of 3 women can be chosen in 3C2 ways, that is same as 3C1. Therefore total number of ways is going to be 7C5 into 3C2. Then simplify cheskondi, you will get the answer. So what is that you should remember here? Is it why 7C2 into 7C5? Because you want to form a committee with 5 men and 2 women. And is the word. Hello?
హలో.
Yes. చెప్పండమ్మా.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ మ్యామ్.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్.
ఇందాక మీరు 5 boys 4 girls అనే సమ్ చెప్పారు కదా మ్యామ్. అందులో 9 into 7 into 2 అది ఎలా వచ్చిందో కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజ్గా ఉంది. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేస్తారా మ్యామ్? ఓకే
అమ్మా, మీరు చూడండి, ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ రాసినప్పుడు దాన్ని ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తున్నారు మీరు. సపోజింగ్ యూ హ్యావ్ 9 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్, 9 into 8 into 7 into నెక్స్ట్ విల్ బి 6 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ అని రాయొచ్చేదాన్ని. డినామినేటర్లో కన్నా 6 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ ఉన్నట్టయితే ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేయకుండా మీరు క్యాన్సిల్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. దోస్ ఆర్ ది టెక్నిక్స్ విచ్ యూ విల్ నో విత్ ప్రాక్టీస్. మీరు ఎన్ని ఎక్కువ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సాల్వ్ చేస్తే మీకు అంత ఫాస్ట్గా ఈ టెక్నిక్స్ అన్నీ వస్తాయి. ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ అన్నది 7 into 9 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ కావాలనుకోండి, 9 into 8 into 7 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ ఐ కెన్ రైట్, ఆర్ ఐ కెన్ రైట్ 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. ఇప్పుడు డినామినేటర్లో కూడా అదే ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ ఉన్నట్టయితే న్యూమరేటర్ని మొత్తం మనం ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేకుండా ఐ విల్ సింప్లీ రైట్ ఇట్ యాజ్ 9 into 8 into 7 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్. Then in the denominator 7 factorial I will cancel it. Is it clear? So all these techniques you will understand if you do more number of problems. Exercise is what you should do. Okay. So now this particular problem let me take you to 5 men out of 7 can be selected in 7C5 ways and 2 women out of 3 can be selected in 3C2 ways. So, total number of ways will be 7C2 into 3C1. Next problem. Hello.
హలో గుడ్ మార్నింగ్.
Good morning. చెప్పండి
మేడం ఆ డీటెయిల్ ప్రాబ్లంలా లాస్ట్లా 6 into 6 ఎట్లా వచ్చిందో కొంచెం చెప్తారా మేడం?